Hey there guys, welcome to my Introduction to Tricking series. My name is Andrew Bennett from TrickyBasics.com, and today we're going to be going over direction. Direction is what's going to help us know where we are in space when we're doing all those twists and flips. We use angles and points in space which kind of act like anchors. So the first thing we do to get started is we want to figure out which way we twist. Trickers usually have a dominant side, left or right twisting, so the way we figure that out is just jump and twist. Do a little 360, that, or to the right. Okay. Both those feel easy for you, do it a few more times, see which one's more comfortable. If you still can't decide, try jumping and twisting as fast as you can on either side. If you still can't decide, and you really don't have a preference, just pick left, because that way you won't have to mirror triggers, because most triggers are left twisting triggers. About 80–90% are left twisting. So if you don't like mirroring other triggers, go left. Likewise, I know some people like mirroring, prefer mirroring actually, and if you really don't have a preference, then in that case I'd say be a right twisting trigger. But honestly, it doesn't matter, either way works. A little word on ambidexterity. It doesn't really matter as a beginner if you're ambidextrous right now. It's more important to have a preference. I have a whole article on that. You can go check it out in the description. We've got a link to it. But as a beginner, as a trigger, don't worry about ambidexterity. It's not really that important right now. It's more of an advanced thing that we'll work on later. Alright, so in tricking we have a direction we're always traveling. We're always traveling typically on one singular line, one direction, for the most part. And usually when we kick, our kicks are perpendicular to that line. So what I mean is, I'm tricking, right? I'm doing all these crazy stuff, right? If I'm traveling this way, right? If I'm traveling on this red line, my kicks are going to be along these red lines. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. I'm just going to do basic round kick and hook kick. Round kick, hook kick. Round kick, hook kick. Okay? So my target going this way, but I travel that way. That's kind of how it works. That's just a little thing to keep in mind. A little cross. That's something I was taught a long time ago. That's really helped me. Helps you get your kicks in the right spot and keeps you in balance, keeps you knowing where you are. Alright, a little thing about my tricking tutorials in particular is I like to use compass direction to describe the angles that I'm using. I'm a relatively concise trigger, and I think angles help a lot of beginners. What I mean is, for example, if I am doing a hook kick, right, my target is facing north. Okay, so if I'm on a compass, north is this way, west, east, south is behind me. If I'm doing a hook kick, I'm going to start my hook kick here, right? My hook kick is northeast, then I cut across to northwest, right? And then back down. It's a lot easier to say northeast to northwest than 45 kind of over here and then 45 over here, you know. So that's one thing I do. I think compass direction is a really good way to clarify angles because I really pay attention to those things. Another thing I do for clarity that makes it a little bit easier for right twisting triggers is I refer to my feet and my legs as hook or round, because for the most part those are the two kicks that I'm using, round kick or hook kick. And if I'm a left twisting trigger, my hook kick is always with my left foot and my round kick is always with my right foot. If you're a right twisting trigger, it's the opposite. And it just kind of makes things a little bit easier, so you don't have to go flip back and forth from left to right. On another note though, the compass direction does not work for right twisting triggers. That's some things to keep in mind. If I do say northeast to northwest, a right twisting trigger, I'd have to think northwest to northeast. Right? Other than that, those are just some things that I do that I want to clarify before we get started with any of these tutorials. These are just some guidelines to pay attention to help make your tricking a lot easier and understand where I'm coming from on my tutorials. Cool, thanks for watching guys. See you in the next video.